Hello everyone. In this video we're going to talk about the first of several different ways to communicate information, and this video is going to be all about tables. A table presents data organized into rows that go from left to right and columns that go up and down. So an advantage of a table is that you can find very specific exact values just by looking at the table, and if you're asked a question, it could say, what was this specific value? You can just look to it and say, there it is. A disadvantage about tables is that we may have to spend some time searching through the table to find what we want, and it may not be easy to see trends or patterns, but not every table will have a trend or pattern. Some might, some won't, but we'll leave that up for whatever questions we end up being asked for. So this is an example of what a table could look like. This is based upon different sports played in high school from students and teachers. And this is not from any credible source. I just made this up on a limb. So we have 5 different types of sports, and then an other specifying a different type of sport that was not labeled here, and then those specific numbers for that category. I have a column for students and a column for teachers, and then a column for the different types of sports. Now, there are many different questions that we could be asked about this table. One specifically could say, how many students play football or how many play baseball? We could just look at that specific answer and say, there it is. Or how many teachers like basketball? Questions like that. There may be some information we need to gather based off of what's not presented right up front here. And one example of that could be how many students were asked about sports in total. We would have to find that specific number. We just have to add all these together. And then another one could be, what were the top 3 most popular sports among teachers? Things like that. Or what was the average between the number of students that like soccer and baseball? Things like that. We'll go over questions in another video. This was just to give you the rundown of what a table looks like and then what we can expect when being asked questions about tables. So in the next video, we're going to look at questions that we could be asked, and then we'll interpret data based off of those questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.